Mastering the course is to understand the topography the course was built on, and hole number 1 is no exception. On the appropriate line to the landing area lies the famous and towering brick chimney stack, a structure intact from the 1940s, previously used to burn trash. The key to successfully playing the hole is placing the second shot to allow a wedge finish into the green. Too far left and the green practically disappears with a menacing greenside bunker and hillside behind. The reward is a chance for an opening birdie, but nearly always assures a very well-earned par. Our journey continues into historic Golden with a short par 4 second hole, measuring only 320 yards from the tips. On the tee of number 2 is where we find out about our group. Those of us out for an adventure will grab driver and take our chances to reach the green that rests well below and out of sight from the teeing ground. The green complex is surrounded by a naturally rising incline, giving it the appearance of a stage, complete with a welcoming slope from the end of the fairway to the front of the green. The first of 5 par 3 holes at Fossil Trace is hole number 3, measuring to 151 yards back up the hill. In the design of hole number 3, shots that waver to the right will take advantage of the slope, in many instances kicking the golf ball onto the green. A big, demanding golf hole that requires careful shot making. Hole number 4 at Fossil Trace measures 480 yards from the tips. Penalty area lines the entire left side up to and around the left of the green. But not to be outdone, out of bounds waits for us on the right. 2 great shots are required just to provide us with an opportunity for a good score. If we miss, just short of the green is the play on the approach, with closely mown fairway that allows us to putt or bounce the ball up onto the putting surface, also avoiding greenside bunkers to the right. Did we mention hole number 4 is difficult? Hole number 5 measures less than 100 yards from any tee you choose. If we lost a shot or two on the previous hole, this par 3 is an unlikely but welcome companion to hole number 4. A straightforward wedge approach over the natural wetlands that surround the front and left of the green. Irish-inspired pot bunkers also make their second appearance on the front 9. The design of hole number 6, a par 4 measuring 409 yards from the tips, is directly influenced by the rolling terrain of Scottish and Irish links. A well-directed tee shot that favors the right side of the fairway keeps you away from the natural wetlands and lone pot bunker. Choose any trajectory, as the approach is in our favor with fairway cut all the way to the green. The uphill approach culminates with one of the most challenging and wide greens on the golf course. Lookout Mountain, the final resting place of legendary Buffalo Bill Cody, is the backdrop for us on hole number 7, a 377-yard par 4. Friendly off the tee certainly, with elevated, wavy slopes on either side, but navigating hole number 7 is all about the approach. Staring you in the face is one of the largest bunkers in the entire state of Colorado, at nearly 70 yards long and 8 feet deep. Take an extra club, an extra deep breath, and hit a solid approach to this green. The teeing ground of number 8 is framed between rising dunes of native Colorado grass, reminding us again of seaside links that take on a striking gold color during autumn months. The premium here is on the drive, avoiding bunkers left and right. If we've made it to the approach, on average at 150 yards, the shot plays slightly uphill to a green mostly hidden from view in the most subtle of ways. In the design of the green, the miss is short or left, where closely mown turf allows for some short game imagination and a variety of club choice and shot selection. Closing out the front 9 is yet another inspiration of Irish golf, a par 5 measuring nearly 650 yards into the prevailing wind. For us, the hole plays as a stern three-shotter towards the foothills. The second shot can be influenced by a single, lonesome pot bunker, resting just 80 yards from the putting surface. The ninth green is the largest green on the golf course, designed at nearly 60 yards in depth from front to back. The back third of the green rests in a depression where both lag putts and approaches are influenced by the friendly slope of the green and surrounding elevation. 9 holes behind us, and 9 more holes that represent just what Colorado golf is all about. We begin our back 9 adventure with the par 4 10th hole, measuring only 333 from the tips. A hybrid or fairway wood is the appropriate and strategic play to the fairway below. If adventure is indeed the order of the day, a drive for the green requires a carry over water of nearly 265 yards. A pair of pot bunkers left and right of the green wait for errant shots. This putting surface has been proven to be one of, if not the most challenging on the golf course. The completion of hole number 10 presents us with the beginning of one of the most unique and enjoyable gathering of holes in all of golf. Jim Eng has described the design of hole number 11 as his favorite of those in the now famous stretch. A par 3 measuring 185 yards from the tips with spectacular north views of the foothills and Golden Valley. The kidney-shaped green is nearly 200 feet in depth and only 30 feet wide. A nod to the Irish icon Ballybunion with pot bunkers and the potential 4-club difference depending on the wind and hole location. Regardless of our final outcome, number 11 is a really fun par 3. The par 5 12th hole at Fossil Trace Golf Club is a true work of art, and Colorado is the canvas. Measuring 585 yards from the tips, the tee shot should be strategically played toward the clay pillars in the distance. The pillars exist as a result of the vertical movement of prehistoric rock and clay. On the surfaces of these formations are many fossils of plants and animals that resided here nearly 64 million years ago. The 12 green is nestled into the rock in an almost cozy way. The pillars that were in the intended landing zones were removed during golf course construction. The pillars that are left both intimidate and inspire, but exist nowhere else in the world of destination golf. Voted by Golf Digest as one of the most fun golf holes in America. Another icon of American culture and Colorado history is visible in the distance, the Coors Brewery in Golden, a par 4 measuring nearly 400 yards from an elevated teeing ground. All downhill, the 13th is a driver's paradise with limited trouble and a wide fairway. The recommended approach is to club down and avoid going over the green. The green complex of number 13 presents one of the biggest putting challenges on the course. The second of 3 par 3 holes on the back 9 has been widely referred to as the most difficult hole on the entire back 9. A long uphill hole with a green high on the hillside, mostly out of view from the teeing ground. We say mostly because Jim Eng designed an upper portion of the green 8 feet above the lower portion to create height and visibility for us. At the base of the green, a mammoth bowl exists that will gather approaching tee shots. Measuring 565 yards from the tips and elevated high above the fairway below, the 15th is one of the few holes at Fossil Trace Golf Club with a forced carry to the fairway. Our tee shot should be directed away from the left fairway bunker. On the second shot, steer clear of yet another reminder of the history of the property, a pile of huge stones. The recently renovated green complex and closely mown area around the green awaits our approach. A fitting end to our history lesson with another spectacular and unique par 5, but our experience is certainly not over. As we head for home, the par 3 16th measures 160 yards with a challenging reverse Redan green that is heavily guarded on the right by one of the deepest bunkers on the course. Not all par 3s are created equal, and this mid-length hole is no exception as it differs completely from the other par 3s on the course. Measuring at 377 yards, the par 4 17th aligns us directly with another local landmark, South Table Mountain. On the facade of the mountain exists a painted letter G, first painted in 1964 as a tribute to the nearby Golden High School. The painted G is relevant to us as a tee shot that starts there is perfectly positioned in the fairway. An approach to this green, protected by deep bunkers short left and short right, should come with a short iron in hand, resulting in a chance for birdie. With the clubhouse perched high in the distance and the foothills to our right, a driver that lands in the fairway presents us our last big decision of the day. The risk-reward scenario is on the second shot, with a greenside bunker long and left, as well as short and right. Water looms for the entire length of the hole on the right, all the way to the front of the green. A shot from the layup area 100 yards short of the green is the strategic play if we are out of position on the tee shot. No matter how you play this home hole, you'll be left with a lasting memory, again finishing in the natural Colorado amphitheater and having just played on one of the most unique and memorable stretches of holes in all of golf.